So my 5-year-old son wants to be able to play Minecraft on his own computer. So I've got this old HP Pavilion, maybe? Back in the day, it was certainly something special. It's got crazy ports on it, nice big screen, and multimedia features and whatnot. But it has an Intel Centrino Core 2 Duo. I don't know what this thing is. Let's find out what it is. But I remember turning it on and Windows Vista booted up. Actually, it's got a missing key on it. But I did order maybe a year or so ago when I wanted to fix it a replacement key for this very specific model laptop. So I'm going to try to put the key on. I've got a good Windows 10 install here, but I think I might try to do Linux on this. Get a little bit of that overhead off of there and have a nice simple system that'll do pretty much purpose-based Minecraft. And we're going to maybe set up a wireless mouse, and it should be good here. But let's. I think I'm going to start by trying to get the key on there, and then I'll wipe the system and maybe install Mint, a stripped down version of Mint. I can't remember the 3 flavors, but we're going to try that. So that's my task for this video. So far so good. I cleaned the disk off with working on a Linux Mint Cinnamon installation now. It's getting there. Take a little while. The Keycap can wait for now. I got a little frustrated with it, but I'll figure it out. Linux Mint is installed. It all went smooth, except now I can't run Minecraft because it requires OpenGL 4.3 or greater. And the GPU in this old Pavilion laptop just won't handle it. There's some pretty technical ways to trick it, fake that it's got one, like an override deal with a terminal prompt when you load Minecraft Launcher, but I couldn't get that to work properly either. So I might spend some more time with it and figure it out, because it's kind of a cool little laptop. With the exception of the key, I need to work on still. There's the dead key, there's a replacement in the parts, and there's the YouTube video I'm watching to figure out how to do it. But it's so tiny. I found this funky tool that I don't know where I got it from, but a little light so I can go in and zoom in and look at stuff closer. It's been pretty helpful with my 48-year-old eyes. I don't know, I want to at least fix the key and get it functional. Maybe upgrade the RAM. It's only got 2 gigabytes of RAM. I've got plenty of memory sticks can go in there. I think it is a Centrino Core 2 Duo. I'll get the specs up here soon also. But HP Pavilion DV5. Still, I don't know. I just like it for some reason. It's got like a 300 gig hard disk, 2 gigs of RAM, and a Core 2 Duo chip. The display is okay, even though you probably can't tell in this video. It's really glossy, so it's got this reflective crap going on. Anyway, working on the key now, and then we'll revisit installation of Minecraft somehow in here. Not sure if you can see this clearly or not, but I spent almost an hour working on this yesterday. Couldn't do it. Took it out of the bag and pushed down on here, and it just snapped right in place finally. Try to zoom in a little bit, but this little flange here tucks underneath those 2 metal clips on this side, and then it's got this plastic square deal, and then it's got this other piece of plastic that goes up inside of there, and it's got 2 tiny pins. Oh, the phone just jumped. It's got 2 tiny pins. Right about there, that connect those 2 pieces of those 2 plastic frames together. and then they're really tiny, so every time I tried to bring this smaller inner frame to get underneath of that other metal tab, it would pull off the 2 points that were connecting the 2 frames together. But now I think this looks like it's behaving properly now. Okay, I'm worried about this piece of plastic here on the frame being tucked under that. I try to push that further under there. I think it's in there. I'm afraid to mess with it right now. But the key was getting these 2 little plastic pieces on the larger frame underneath of that, underneath of the metal tabs, and then getting the 2 pins, plastic pins that connect the 2 frames together, and then getting that piece around that other metal clip there on the smaller frame. So now I have one of these little guys that sits down in there. Now, I think it's supposed to be glued in there. I don't know. I do have an extra one in case things go wrong if I glue it. So let me work on that now. But it looks like it just sits down in there. Need some tweezers. Well, it sits down in the hole in the middle there, and then when it presses, it gives a good electrical contact for the key press. So let me and the way that the keycap works is it's got these 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and they snap onto this point, and this point, and this point over here, right there. So hopefully I can get that little dampener piece out of there. I'll do that real quick. I'll get that out of there and get that settled down there. If I don't glue it, I don't think it stays in place. So I think I need to get a little tiny, use a little teeny tiny bit of super glue on a Q-tip or something, just barely touch it on the rubber piece, and then set the rubber piece down in there. Let me see if I can find some tweezers too. That should help a lot. Almost there. See if I can fail here. Well, oh no, I already did. No tweezers. So there's a little dot of super glue there. Did I get any on there? Maybe not enough. Where'd my dot go? Maybe. Maybe. Sitting in the right spot. Every time I try to press it down with a with that little micro precision screwdriver, it wants to pick it back up out of there. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and see if it sticks. Didn't stick. A little tiny bit of super glue dried up on there before it could actually stick down on the pad there. So I'm going to try to just put more glue on there, see if that works. So it's stuck. It's a little off center, but it's stuck. I'm going to give it a minute and let the glue harden a little bit. Definitely looks off center. This task is almost impossible. I can't press fit this on there. I'm just going to play with it for a while until it snaps in place and I get it lined up. I've got one side in there. zoom in very well and focus. There we go. So one side of the keycaps are on there. Now I have to get these other two onto that frame there. So I've at least got, oops, that piece on there so far. Almost there. Just mangled all of it. It's very frustrating. Stupid little keycap I can't figure out. Hands are too big. It looks like when I pop the other side of the key down, this one of the plastic pins that holds the two frames together popped out right there in the center here. Oops. Right there. And then this side, of course, came off too. Actually, no, the side's not off. The side's underneath this metal holder. So I don't know how to get back in there. That's small. And get it, but I'll fiddle with a small screwdriver. See if I can do it. Got it back on. Everything looks to be in place now, how it's supposed to be before I put the keycap back on. And now this this side of the frame here is underneath that metal tab better than it was. I'm trying to stick the keycap on again. Get the keycap on here. And next time I'll hire a hand model. And it looks like that broke off again, the frame. Great. It did. Mother trucker. Got that sucker in there. It doesn't press down like the other keys do. But it's in there. Doesn't feel like it's coming off or anything. I'm going to test and see if it actually works or if it's screwed up. This is my test key that I try to figure out how things work underneath of there. And it's not back on there properly now either. So now I've got two keys that are a little bit messy, but I think they're okay. Let's see if it functions though. It works. It's a funny noise though. Okay, so that's that. The computer's actually all set up. And I've got Linux Mint Cinnamon on here. HP Pavilion DV5 with only 2 gigs of RAM. I'm going to upgrade the RAM, maybe change out the hard disk to an SSD and see how it works. But my first task is to get it to run Minecraft. And right now it's not doing that. So let me investigate a little more and then share on here. Running terminal, LS CPU, dropped in the information, Intel Core 2 Duo at 2 gigahertz, T5800. Again, this is the Pavilion DV5. 2 processors, single threaded, nothing special at all, super old and slow. Did memory check, it actually has 4 gigs of RAM. So I'll see what I have and see if I can upgrade to 8. I'm still not sure what to do with this, still working on Minecraft solution. So the Minecraft launcher is installed. The actual demo data is downloaded, but it does have an error when I start. So I'm going to just try to play the demo here. And what happens isn't good. Well, it's going to go through this whole preparing thing again. So from what I could tell, I read some Reddits and some other things that the GPU doesn't support whatever Minecraft needs. It pops out like this and dies partway into the preparation, and in a moment I'll get a message explaining the problem. I googled the message and found those Reddits and things and read about it, and it needs OpenGL 4.3, 3.4, I think 4.3. This GPU doesn't support it, but it's just a matter of telling it. Yeah, so we've got this error right here. get, make sure your driver's up to date. Yeah, they are, but it's just an old piece of junk. So Minecraft doesn't work right now, and I'm trying to get past that. I don't think I'm going to get very far because I tried all the tips and tricks that I found online, and could not get past it. So I might give up on this and turn this into something else. This might be my Linux learning machine, because I know little about Linux. I just did a Linux Mint Cinnamon install. Everything went really smooth. Picked up all the drivers. Sound works. Sound works. Video works. Keyboard works. Now keyboard is physically fixed mostly. And HP Pavilion DV5. Kind of a cool laptop. I don't know why I like it, but it's so slow. But let me see if I can get any further with Minecraft. If I do, there'll be more of this video. If I don't, then this will be the end of this video. And I'll just throw it up online for you guys to watch if you're interested. Thank you.